Hey guys, Marchand Unlimited from DG Reviews here, and with everything that's been going on in the gaming industry, Diablo 3, Max Payne 3, E3, a lot of threes going on, got me thinking about just a few gaming things. So, I guess you could call this a gaming philosophy video. Strictly opinion, not very factual, just some food for thought. So, if you feel like bearing with me, then let's dig in. Because my thoughts on this matter started with Diablo 3 and its less than perfect release, if you know what I mean. And it kind of got me thinking, where does Blizzard get off with having all these release issues when A, they're Blizzard, they shouldn't be having these server issues when they fucking run World of Warcraft fine, and B, they're funded by Activision, which is not exactly, hurting for money right now. They're Activision. I guess they just didn't throw enough Call of Duty money at Blizzard. I don't know. But it kind of bugged me, just on point of principle, that this was even an issue for such a big game. Now, I've heard the arguments that, you can't account for the server loads of that initial rush because it's not economic. Because really, when it comes down to servers, what you need is what your actual fan base is going to be, which isn't necessarily based on initial sales. Because if you create a number of servers and, systems based on the initial sales, that initial rush, you're going to have unused leftover resources that are going to lose you money. I get that. I do. But that still kind of sounds like an insult to the consumer. Just a little bit, if you ask me. And then, with E3 being this week, I was thinking, the games industry is in an interesting place. Because, from my perspective, it almost looks like we've gotten too big, but that's only because our influence, our realm of things is too small. Like, we need to expand outward. It's like trying to fit into a pair of pants. Two sizes too small. It's not that you gained weight, it's that the pants are too small. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess the real question is, are we too big? Are we still too small? You could debate that question for quite a long time. But I don't really think that that's a question that needs answering, per se. Even though I just said that was the question. I guess it's kind of not. Because the gaming industry, it isn't going to shrink. It's just not. We've grown exponentially. I don't know how much in terms of exponents in the last 20 years, that it's pretty phenomenal. And gamers, as a culture, I guess, are more accepted now than ever. We're not going away. That's definitely an assurance, I think, at this point. So, I guess what I'm asking is, what do you think of the current games industry? Where should it go? Where should it not go? Because there are a lot of opinions out there based on all the different little news stories we've heard about banning used games, requiring an internet connection for single player games, and da 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 da. you've all heard these opinions and arguments and whatever's in between those two things. I'm sure of it. So, yeah. What are your thoughts? Because my thoughts are that a lot of the conspiracy theorists out there are saying that, oh, the games industry is going to come crashing down and it's going to turn quickly into some kind of autocracy based clearly around what tried and true formulas there are, and the bottom line, how much money can we squeeze out of you monkeys at the end of the day. Which, okay, yeah, I guess that's possible. I mean, it certainly isn't far-fetched when you see, the results of what greed can do to games like, Mass Effect 3, because let's be honest here, I think we all know why the ending was as crappy as it was. And I think that answer is pretty much based on the funding aspect. But I don't have anything to back that up, so I guess I'm a conspiracy theorist too. Anyway. But what I was saying about that whole autocracy bottom line thing, I don't think that's going to happen. Because, well, things go in cycles. They just do. Dictatorships, utopias, it's all just goes around in a circle, rise and fall, dust to dust. You get the idea. So I think this is just a phase we're going through because we've gotten so big. You know what, you could almost say we got too big too quick, because we're starting to see some of these issues with the economic aspects of the gaming industry that we're not quite prepared for, and that's what we're trying to deal with. That's what the corporations are trying to deal with. Some of it is based on greed, like, GameStop making $2.6 billion in used game sales, and not a single developer or publisher seeing any of that. Because in any bean counter set, that's going to be a big issue. That someone's making money off their product and they're not seeing any of it. So, how are these issues going to be resolved? What's going to be the next issue to pop up? I don't know. These are the things that have been on my mind recently in terms of the gaming industry. And, yeah. That's about all I got. Really, this is just more a discussion topic, so for those of you who are kind enough to watch this video, leave a comment, start a discussion, raise the level of discourse so we can maybe see some interesting solutions, or maybe we'll see some even crazier theories out there. You never know. So, yep, that's my piece. That's all I really gotta say, and I'll see you guys next week. Marche Unlimited from dgreviews.com. Check us out if you feel like it. Peace.